Hello everyone, Ted the Old Star Wars Nerd here. I hope you're doing well. And I want to thank you for joining me tonight as we go over some more Star Wars news headlines. Alright, the Google feed was acting a little weird today, so I just kind of went through my email that I had and pulled out some of the headlines, right-clicked on them, and told them to open, and got a whole list of them here I hadn't really looked at besides just sort of reading the titles. So let's just get started. Starting off with Star Wars Revenge of the Sith concept art reveals chilling original ending. That's always a good shot of Hayden, seeing his eyes yellow like that. Sith eyes. Okay, a new piece of concept art from Star Wars Revenge of the Sith reveals the original, shocking, and more chilling ending to the film. The concept art, which you can see below, shows Padme and Anakin, by then Darth Vader, on Mustafar. Padme, dressed in a red cloak, holds a sharp dagger in her left hand. Per the Star Wars Fact Twitter account, the original ending of the film featured a scene where Padme tried to kill Anakin by slicing his throat. Chilling. Wow, yeah, that would be. Huh. I didn't think... What would have provoked her to that point to where she's already ready to slit his throat coming out of the... Well, I guess it really depends on how that changed. Anyway, so Padme tries to kill him by slicing his throat. Can we get a bigger picture of that? Probably not. Yeah. That's neat. And a little knife in her hand, I guess. Yeah, okay, yeah, I see it now. There's the cross guard, the hilt, and there's the blade. Okay. And him and his red lightsaber. But he didn't have his red lightsaber then, unless... Well, I guess it really depends on how they were going to do it. Alright, well, that's cool. That's kind of cool. So what happened to the article I was reading? It went away. Alright, well, there it is. Okay. More Revenge of the Sith art. This isn't the first time that Revenge of the Sith concept art has gone viral, showing a portrait of a different film than what we got. For example, concept art appeared in Paul Duncan's Star Wars Archives, episodes 1 through 3, the prequels. Book showed Skywalker in a sleeveless Jedi tunic. He had tattoos, too. The original script for the film almost revealed Anakin Skywalker's true father, too. In the original script, Darth Sidious would have revealed himself to be Anakin's father, as I wrote about for the Deseret News. Oh, is this from... Yeah, Herb Scribner. I'm sorry, I didn't even look at the title. Herb Scribner over at the Deseret News. I should have known. He was on Echo Base Network a few weeks back. So anyway, yeah. Well, that's cool. That's cool. So that's it, and we're not going to show any of the other. Let's see what that book looks like. No,
hello
that's
there.
Oh,
2
that
years
book.
Ago, I brought
yeah, I didn't buy that book. That's
Star Wars.
It's a very big book. Very expensive. Very expensive. I have not bought that. I would love to, but yeah, it's a little out of my price range. Well, anything over $10 is out of my price range right now. Anyway, so next, here's that. All right, leisure opportunities. Is that, yeah, leisureopportunities.co.uk. Tom Walker, ILM X Lab launches Lightsaber Dojo. New Star Wars VR experience for attractions. For what kind of attractions? For like Disney World? Disneyland? Okay. Based on the hugely popular Star Wars IP, Lightsaber Dojo will allow players to train with a lightsaber and the Force against waves of training droids and creatures from movie franchise. Wearing an Oculus Quest VR headset, fans will begin the experience by stepping into a pop-up training area created in collaboration with location-based VR company Nomadic. They are then transported to Mustafar, the fiery planet that Darth Vader calls home. To begin their training, fans will choose from an assortment of lightsabers used by classic Star Wars characters, including Obi-Wan Kenobi, Mace Windu, and Darth Vader. They will be able to use the Force to grab their enemies, trigger traps, and throw their lightsaber across the room. Afterwards, fans will be able to compare their scores and other players on a national leaderboard as they hone their skills. Lightsaber Dojo is an extension of the award-winning Vader Immortal, a Star Wars VR series. Invader Immortal, audiences were able to feel what it was like to battle with a lightsaber in virtual reality. We're thrilled to bring that sense of wish fulfillment to even more fans with the new Lightsaber Dojo experience. The first 6 Lightsaber Dojo pop-ups have now been delivered to Cinemark theaters and Simon theaters in the US and Canada. With Lightsaber Dojo, you can use your lightsaber to and the Force to stun, slice, and crush your enemies. That's a dream come true for Star Wars fans. Yep, that'd be awesome. But I kind of wonder, given everything that's going on, how popular they'll be sitting in, what do they put them in movie theaters? Yeah, because, who knows? People are going to be a little wary of putting on an Oculus Rift Max, or the headset after everybody else has. It's going to be weird for a while. I don't think I'd mind. I don't really care. I'm not a big germaphobe. I know with everything else, but yeah. Wonder if you could get it and play it at home. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. I'm gonna have to get a VR thing one of these days, I guess, if they keep coming out with cool games like that. Star Wars, why Leia is a princess despite being a senator. Why is she called princess instead of her political position? Leia was a general and a Jedi Master at the time of her death. There's a common misconception that her royal title was inherited from her biological mother, Padme Amidala, who served as Queen of Naboo. Really? I don't think I heard that before. But that's not the case. Instead, it came from her adoptive family in Alderaan. Yeah. After his biological father, Anakin Skywalker's... What? After his biological father, Anakin Skywalker's full turn to the dark side, and Padme's death during childbirth, she was taken in by Bail. What? I must be misreading something. That doesn't make sense to me. After his biological father, Anakin Skywalker's full turn to the dark side, and Padme death during childbirth, oh, okay, they're getting to it. I'm sorry, I guess I gotta finish reading the sentence. After his biological father, Anakin Skywalker's full turn to the dark side, and Padme's death during childbirth, she was taken in by Bail and brought to Alderaan, while her twin, Luke, was hidden on Tatooine. No, that still doesn't make sense, but I get it. Very bad grammar. Leia was adopted into the royal family of Alderaan by Bail, who's also a prince consort aside from being a senator, and his wife, Queen Breha Organa, and his wife, Queen Breha Organa. With this, the Skywalker daughter effectively became the Princess of Alderaan, hence why she's called Princess Leia. Yeah. I guess I've just known that for so long. So why wasn't Bail Organa called King since he's married to the Queen? This may have something to do with the idea that he's not actual monarch in the relationship. Same idea applies to the British royal family. That's what I was about to say. Hence why Philip is called Prince and not King. Meanwhile, Leia, despite being adopted, could have succeeded her mother as leader of the planet. As revealed in the Marvel comic Princess Leia issue number 1, some Alderaanians pushed for her to become the new queen even after Alderaan was destroyed in A New Hope. She could have used the senator instead of princess in Star Wars, but I think everybody just liked calling her princess. Yeah. That's my line. Okay, well, that's cool. So, she's princess because she was princess of Alderaan. So, yeah. Star Wars unveils Valentine's Day Funko Pops with Yoda and more. How to buy. Let Chewie be your Valentine by Justin Harp. DigitalSpy.com. Very cool. I don't buy many Funko Pops. I haven't bought it. My daughter gets me some, and they're kind of cool. I like them, but I don't think I'll go out and buy them for myself. Yep. So over the years, Lucas's Over the years, Lucasfilm has green-lit ranges of Christmas-themed pops, including Santa Yoda and Reindeer R2. Yeah, I saw those. Those were cool. as well as minifigures based on the unused original iconic designs such as Darth Vader and Chewbacca. Yeah, I saw those too. Those are cool. A new set will release, which color-coded the most legendary Star Wars characters in bright pink to celebrate Valentine's Day. Well, let's just see. Here's Vader. Oh, isn't he cute? Oh, there's a Chewbacca one. I saw that one the other day. I was wondering what it was for. I just saw it. I didn't know what the heck it was. That's cool though. Ooh, Leia and Luke trash compactor. $55? Oh, that's or euro or whatever that is. I don't know what that is in real money. Alright, well that's cool. That's cool. More Funko Pops coming. They got so many different types of Funko Pops. That's one of the reasons why I don't buy any. There's just too many types, and I don't know which one to get. Oh, Star Wars. Lando was still a traitor after Empire Strikes Back. Star Wars number 10 just confirmed that Lando Calrissian was still a greedy traitor. Uh-huh. Whatever. Contains spoilers for Star Wars number 10. Marvel's Star Wars comic has detailed Lando Calrissian's heroic turn after The Empire Strikes Back as he attempts to redeem himself for betraying Han Solo and turning him over to Darth Vader and Boba Fett. It informs how he officially joined the Rebels before the Return of the Jedi, working with Leia and manning the Millennium Falcon with Chewbacca to atone for his sins. However, Star Wars number 10 apparently reveals Tat Lando was still a traitor during his rehabilitation period, working under the thumb of Jabba the Hutt. Tat Lando! I guess that just shows my age. Back when everything I read was poured over by editors and everything was just very looked after, and there were no spelling mistakes or grammar mistakes like that in the newspapers, because they just couldn't do that. And if they did, they printed a retraction the next day. Yeah, he wonders why, when you have promised him information about rebel operations in exchange for your life, that you do not provide such information. He wonders if perhaps you were lying. That is your reputation, after all. Lando the liar. Maybe soon, Lando the dead. I wasn't lying, man. I'm on a rebel ship right now. And so? Yeah, alright. The Imperials broke the rebels' communication codes. They're working on a new one so they can bring the fleet back together safely. They're trying to use this droid to do it. Knowledge of the new rebel codes would be useful. Valuable, even. The great Jabba could sell the information to his Imperial allies. Perhaps you, too, could benefit from this. A finder's fee, we could call it. But be warned, Jabba's patience wears thin. So he's supposed to be selling information to Jabba about the rebels? Yeah. He makes it clear they still own Lando despite the Han deal, and that they need info about the rebels' activities. Who owns him? The Empire? By this time, Lando was running point for the 4th Division, helping the rebel fleet as Leia tried to find a new way to send coded messages out. He worked with Poe Dameron's dad, Kess, to steal a droid that can encrypt the messages so the Imperials can't decipher them, but they're struggling to get the bot to work. That is, they have trouble until Lobot locks in and allows it to process the info, with Lando threatening the talkie droid with death. So how does... I guess I don't know. Maybe Lando owed money to Jabba already? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, well, anyway. So supposedly, Lando was still working for Jabba and giving him information, but maybe he probably just told him that so they'd let him go and he could get out. Oh well, next. How the Mandalorian introduced Mara Jade. Yeah, there's Mara Jade. When they brought her in to do a photo shoot. Mara became so popular a character she appeared in video games like Master of Terrakasi. Empire at War, and The Force Unleashed. Lucasfilm even hired a model named Shannon McRandall to portray Mara Jade in different card games and advertisements. But with the end of the old EU in 2014, many thought that was the end of the character forever. So, yeah, they could easily bring her back in. Yeah. The Mandalorian might have just opened the door for Mara Jade's long-awaited appearance in live action. And one where at least part of her original backstory could remain intact. Grogu, the infant formerly known as Baby Yoda, may be the key to it all. The Mandalorian Season 2 finale, Grogu goes off with Luke Skywalker, presumably to train in the Jedi ways. But don't count on Disney and Lucasfilm getting rid of that adorable little green cash cow for good. He'll be back, and he just might bring another Jedi with him. While we don't think he'll come back right away, we think at some point in The Mandalorian's third season, he will make a grand return. We expect there will be a time jump of some kind in Mando's third year. It should be enough time for Luke to properly train Grogu and teach him how to control his powers. 3 years? 3 years for Luke to train Grogu. Grogu was in the damn Jedi Temple for over 20. Anyway. So he will need an adult to escort him wherever he's going. Normally, we'd say that person would be Luke himself, but recreating Luke in CGI as a regular character would be extremely cost prohibitive. Instead of Grogu coming back with Luke, what if it's another early student of Luke's in the form of Mara Jade? Mara's backstory from the Legends canon could largely remain the same. She could still be the former Emperor's hand who trains under and falls in love with Luke. But given how stringent Luke is with the rules of the Jedi Order at this point, we don't think he'd allow himself to form a romantic attachment. Or at the very least, not give in to one. Clone Wars fans think more Obi-Wan and Satine than Anakin and Padme. Oh, Clone Wars. Clone Wars fans think more Obi-Wan and Satine than Anakin and Padme. So maybe the attraction between the two is real, but Mara must ultimately leave Luke's side, as theirs is a relationship that simply cannot be. Thus, when it's time for Grogu to leave, she becomes his escort and protector. So in 3 years, he's gonna... So what purpose could she serve in the story? As we see in the episode, the Jedi and other Force user like Ahsoka could connect with Grogu and translate his thoughts for everyone else. After all, that's how Ahsoka learned Grogu's name. Mara could be the C-3PO to Grogu's R2 in a way. And not only could she translate for Grogu, she could also be his bodyguard. Even though the baby is Force-trained, lightsaber action is probably out of the question for him. Yeah, maybe she'll be a romantic interest from Mando himself. Ooh. Yeah, that would be cool. I don't see them bringing Mara in, but then again, I never thought they'd bring Luke back. I was 100% totally believed that they would just never do that. Every Star Wars project coming to Disney Plus this year. Okay, I'm just going to skim through here. The Book of Boba Fett. Is that it? Is that it? I think that's it. The Book of Boba Fett arrives in December. Oh. Is it coming out this year? Is the Bad Batch coming out this year? So it's timing for the Bad Batch. Couldn't move. The animated spin-offs haven't been given an official release date yet, but the studio debuting an action-packed trailer last month would indicate that it isn't too far away. And last but not least is Star Wars Visions, an anthology of animated short films with each of the 10 installments hailing from a different filmmaker. That's going to be this year? So we're going to get the Book of Boba Fett in December. And then we might get Visions this year, and we might get the Bad Batch. So, wow, great article. Okay. New Mandalorian theory says Disney Plus shows will wipe sequel trilogy from canon. That would be awesome. I'm not even going to read the article, but from the what I've read before is something to do with Ahsoka and the Veil of the Force and having alternate timelines. So that could work out, and I'd be all for it. Say, who's doing this? Who's doing this speculating? a new fan theory. Blah, 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 blah. Let's just read this. As the theory explains, I believe that the sequel trilogy was practically a different timeline than the ending of Rebels and Mandalorian timeline. In The Last Skywalker, we hear Ahsoka Tano say Rey during the Rey's vision. The rest of the voices we hear are of dead Jedi. We hear Ahsoka's voice because she was dead in that timeline. In Rebels, we see that Ezra Bridger went to the world between worlds and saved Ahsoka from being killed by Darth Vader. With Ahsoka being alive now, she tells Din Djarin about the Seeing Stone. Without that knowledge, Din Djarin and Grogu would probably never meet Luke Skywalker, and Luke would never have trained Grogu. Training Grogu early will show Luke that using the dark side of the Force is natural and can be controlled. Luke doesn't fear Ben Solo's power now, and he never becomes Kylo Ren. Yeah, okay. Do it! That means that not only did episodes 7, 8, and 9 technically not happen, but as the theory says, by training Grogu at his academy 2 decades before The Force Awakens in the Mandalorian's established mythology, Luke would have a better handle on how to control the dark side, and therefore he won't fear Ben Solo's power, meaning no Kylo Ren either. That's what he just said. Source Reddit. Oh, well, yeah. That would be cool. Do it. What can we expect from Kevin Feige Star Wars movie? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. They got that guy Waldron writing it, and he was a writer for the Loki series that's going to be coming out on Disney Plus. He was a Rick and Morty writer. What else did he do? He's the writer of Doctor Strange 2, which isn't out yet, so we don't know if it's any good or not. It looks cool. I'd like to see it. I love Doctor Strange, the last movie. That was awesome. Anyway, so, okay. What can we expect? We don't know. Love those articles. Mike marvels Kevin Feige dodges Star Wars movie rumors. When asked for an update on his upcoming Star Wars project, Kevin Feige would only say that everything you've heard about that has been leaked. It's not, what? Everything you've heard about that has been leaked. What about everything that you heard about? It's not stuff that we've originally announced or gotten into. Classic Jedi mind trick answer from the master of Marvel movie secrets. Okay, so here's the full quote. We're thinking that we're not, that is, everything you've heard about that has been leaked. It's not stuff that we've officially announced or gotten into. So suffice it to say, the focus is on all the number of Marvel things we're working on. The what, where, when, and how of that Star Wars movie. I don't know. I'm excited for the Book of Boba Fett and the Rogue One show and the Obi-Wan show and Patty's movie and Taika's movie, Smiles, after Thor, Love and Thunder, of course. Of course. I'm looking forward to it. I think Kevin Feige will come in and do a great thing. There's an article about Boba Fett getting a look. There's the Razor Crest, Lego. Anyway, those are cool. Next, a slew of new Star Wars rumors about Ahsoka, Rebels, and more dropped this weekend. Yeah. Here's the full list. Quick rundown of the rumors. The new Ahsoka series is a Rebels sister or successor series. Sabine Wren from Rebels will appear in Ahsoka. Okay. A Rebels sequel series was being developed before plans shifted toward Ahsoka. Yeah, I heard that. Ahsoka series will use some scripts from Rebels sequel series. I think they should still do a Rebels series. Ahsoka will center around search for Ezra, main character in Rebels, and Grand Admiral Thrawn. Yeah, I kind of figured that. The Mandalorian stories like Ahsoka, Rangers of the New Republic, and Book of Boba Fett will run into mid-2020s. So 2025, 2026. Wow, that's 5-6 more years. Woo! Yep, lots of new stuff coming. It's gonna be cool. Star Wars is running uphill now, or running down. I don't know. It's getting better. No, that's just too long of an article, and it's not that big. It's more about WandaVision than Star Wars. I mean, I think we've already read what he's got to say about Star Wars. So we'll just go next. Next! Star Wars book sets up Palpatine's return, but Rise of Skywalker ignored it. When Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker brought Palpatine back from the dead, but it had actually all been set up in forgotten tie-ins years ago. Yeah, it's all a few movies back, or a few books back. You can get Heir to the Empire, and Star Wars set up Palpatine's resurrection and return years ago, back in 2015, and the sequel trilogy, in particular Star Wars Rise of Skywalker, totally ignored it. Emperor Palpatine coming back to power drove the plot of The Rise of Skywalker. Lucasfilm initially claimed it was the plan all along. Didn't take long for that claim to be exposed, however, when Colin Trevorrow admitted that Palpatine's return was J.J. Abrams' idea. It's honestly something I never considered, he observed. I commend him for it. This was a tough story to unlock, and he found the key. Did he? Oddly, The Rise of Skywalker avoided revealing how Palpatine survived. It avoided everything. It avoided everything. I just don't care. They screwed it up. It had been set up in so many other ways, in books and novels, and it's just, they just trashed it. They just trashed it. Ah, well. Next. A Star Wars RPG like Fallout New Vegas would be great. Yes, it would. Please, 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 please. EA seems to be branching out with the Star Wars IP, but the game that needs to be made the most of, is a Star Wars RPG in the style of Fallout New Vegas. That would be so awesome. If you haven't played Fallout New Vegas, go pick it up. Well, today Lucasfilm Games was announced to be taking over, or at least trying to do something. Who knows what they're going to be doing? But I hope they take over the gaming franchise back from EA and start putting out their own stuff. I love the old LucasArts game. Not just the Star Wars games, but all the other stuff. The Dig, Loom, Monkey Island 1 through 6, I think there was. Day of the Tentacle. All of them. I think... Fandango, or Grim Fandango, that motorcycle one, Full Throttle, Sam and Max, Hit the Road, I think, and so many more. Did I say The Dig? Okay. So yeah, LucasArts, they would just, Lucasfilm Games, and that was the original name of LucasArts, I found out. I found that out today from Echo Base Network. Coach and them did a video on the announcement, and they've got all the facts because they're doing a documentary on LucasArts. And they said that Lucasfilm Games was the original name that George Lucas came up with when he was originally approached to make games. So, but then they changed it. So there you go. Now you know. So yeah, I was kind of like most people when I first saw Lucasfilm Games. I was kind of like, why not LucasArts? But I guess it kind of is still LucasArts. But I've got my hopes up. I shouldn't have them, but I have my hopes up. It's just so cool. When could it be set? It could be set anytime. Anytime. You could set it back in the Knights of the Old Republic days. You could set it far into the future of the Star Wars game or universe. Why not? But who knows? I mean, they could, it's anything. I think it would be awesome. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Okay. Only a few more. Mandalorian star Pedro Pascal uses bedroom voice for Din Djarin. Oh, man. If you've watched even a single episode of Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni's The Mandalorian, you may have noticed that Din Djarin, Pedro Pascal, has a very calm, smooth voice. It's not just thanks to the voice modulator in his Beskar helmet. It seems, in fact, that Pedro's trick to the unique voice isn't as G-rated as viewers may think. We discover that Din follows the way of the Mandalorian and therefore will not remove his helmet. Due to this, for the majority of Din's screen time in the first 2 seasons of the series, he is almost always wearing his mask, leaving his character more recognizable when fully dressed in his Beskar armor than when his face is exposed. Interestingly enough, this has left actor Pedro Pascal with a lot more adult fans as opposed to children. Really? Which may be for the best. I would think children would be more drawn to a full armored Mandalorian, and that adults would want to see a face more, but I'm always backwards anyway. I'm just a grown-up kid anyway, so yeah. Pascal noted that when parents spot the actor and want to showcase him to their Star Wars loving children, the kids don't recognize him. Pedro explains the reality as, but then it's like my face and I don't have the child with me. I'm not wearing a helmet. And they look and they're like, who's this guy? His voice would convince them. Using it to have kids recognize the actor is a non-starter for Pedro, just as James Earl Jones had to undergo specific voice training to create the perfect voice for Darth Vader through a mask. Pedro had to do the same for Din, but according to Pedro, when the mask comes off, things get a little too bow chicka wow wow for his liking. Pedro detailed to Horwitz that he can't use the voice as proof of his character because it's strangely like a bedroom voice. Totally inappropriate. Considering Din has not had any romantic attachments in The Mandalorian, he even shut down what this reporter was secretly hoping to have a romantic interest with Sorgan villager Omera in Season 1, Episode 4. Imagine that under his helmet, Pascal is channeling his bedroom voice is hilarious. Personally, I may never be able to listen to him say, "This is the way," without chuckling like a teenager again. Yep, that's funny. That's funny. That's funny. I like Pedro Pascal, even though he put out that one tweet, no politics. Either way. Anyway. Mandalorian. 10 Cara Dune cosplays even the Mandalorian would approve of. Oh, nice. Very cool. Ooh, she looks tough. She looks tough. She'll fuck you up. She'll fuck you up too. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. Hey, it's YouTube. I can say whatever. The Savior. Nice. Really nice. Power pose. Oof. Nice. I don't know about you, but I like these thick women. Lindsay Love gets the basics of the look right. Yes. Looks great. Nice. Very nice. Both of them are very cool. Look at that. I like his armor. He did a good job. Little leather belts and everything. That's very nice. Very cool. Nice. She looks good. Awesome boots. Show her boots. Show her boots. Very cool. I like all the straps on them. I like that. I like that. I like that. Okay, suit up. Oh, that's the one I liked up top. She looks a little older than the other ones, but she looks badass. She looks badass. Look at those eyes. Those eyes, man, will get you. Look at those. Cosplayer Fabiola goes to great lengths for a believable, Instagrammable Cara Dune cosplay, including getting the perfect life-size Grogu figure. Fabiola went the full mile to get every detail of Cara's costume right with the help of a professional prop maker. Cara's costume has many separate attachments, from the armor plates to layered belts and metal knee pads, and Fabiola got every one of the details right. But one thing that really helps her cosplay are the tonal quality of her armor. She goes for a green that's neither too icy nor too grim, and it works out great. It does look really good. The belt. It's neat. Huh. Easy breezy. Oh, she's a little younger. Oh, cute dog for the Grogu. Oh, cute puppy. That's a good job. Oh, she's got some cool boots too that lace up. Nice. Very cool. Man, these people do such great jobs. That is cool. She looks good too. She looks good too. Cosplay queen. Nice gun. She looks really good. A little thick around the middle, but I think it's just because it's not strapped on her good. Not strapped on her tight. Looks good though. She's a little thick. Like those legs. Anyway. Cute and Cara. I shouldn't be saying that about these women. My wife might watch these. Cute and Cara. Oh, look at that. That is an excellent job. That is greatness right there. She's so cute. Good little boots on her. That is awesome. That is awesome. Ready for action. Oh, she looks... This looks more like a glamour shot. But still very awesome costume. Man, all these people are getting... Everything just looks so cool. Just the armor there and the belts, the buckles, and... Where do they get this stuff? Oh, and this is the first. This is number 1. Cara approves. Again, very good job on everything. Gun, holster, gloves. Damn. These people are just awesome. That is just outstanding. Doing something like that. I can't. That's just too damn cool. Anyway, so there you go. Oh, coming to the end, almost. Star Wars Silent Rebel Hero finally unleashes his true power. Oh, and Marvel number 10. Am I gonna have to read these? Am I gonna have to read this damn Star Wars novels or comics? I can't do videos on them because they'll be watching for those. They won't let me put a whole comic of that up. But not the new ones anyway. I bet I'd get caught quick. He gets captured. Yeah, I did this. I talked about that in another video, how all the powers he's got, being able to tap into everything. He's got a cybernetic implant that makes him a little less emotional than normal. How old is Han Solo in every Star Wars movie? Han Solo's age was never directly stated in Star Wars movies, but certain details in franchise canon have made it possible to calculate. How do we know how old any of these people are? How do we know their year is equal to our year? How do we know? How do we know? But I guess we'll just go on assumptions and go forward. Okay, let's see. Han Solo's age during the original and sequel trilogy. He was 36 at Endor. So he was 36 at Endor, which is 4 years after Star Wars. So he was 32. Yep, right there. 32-year-old, making him the oldest of the trio at the center of the trilogy. So he was 32 in Star Wars, 36 in Empire Strikes Back. Oh, no. 36 in Return of the Jedi. Return of the Jedi is only 4. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And then we don't care about the Force Awakens and all them, so just add 30 to that. He was 36, add 30, he's 66. There you go. Big deal. So he was 32 in Star Wars. Let's say 34 in Empire and 36 in Return of the Jedi. Star Wars reveals Anakin wasn't the youngest Jedi. Of course, it was a woman in the High Republic. Wow, who would have thought they would make a woman better than Anakin Skywalker? Nah, I'm not buying it. I don't care. Next. Huge lot of Legos. Nice. Oh, this guy is selling them? How'd that come up in my newsfeed? Some guy selling Legos came up in my newsfeed. Here's a closer look at the new Star Wars Archive collection. This is the... Oh, okay. Bunch of new figures and stuff that are going to be coming out. I'm not much on the new figures. Some of them are really cool. I might get, but I like my old stuff. If they come out with a Mandalorian Luke Skywalker, I will buy that. I will buy a Mandalorian Luke Skywalker. I'll say that right now. If Disney puts out a Luke Skywalker figure from the Mandalorian, I'm buying it. They get my money for that. This video explains the story behind every lightsaber Luke Skywalker ever wielded. Okay, this is my last story. So, 41 minutes in. All right. In the movies, Luke Skywalker has only ever had the 2 lightsabers. In other canon materials, it's a bit more complicated. Star Wars Explained can, explain. In a new video done in collaboration with Mr. Sunday Movies, Alex from Star Wars Explained look into Luke's laser sword past, which is more complicated than I thought and a lot more fan service-y, which seems about right on the money for the new Star Wars canon, for better or worse. Of course. How long is it? How long is it? 5 minutes. Not in this video, I don't think. Not in this video. I may do a separate video on that one. I like going through these news articles. It gives me ideas about some other videos. Hopefully, maybe you've seen some of my others that I've come across that I've made. The roast of George Lucas, Vader and Luke hallway scene. What else did I do? I can't remember. But anyway. Yeah, I think I'll save that and I'll do a video on that one. That's cool. Why not? Why not? So okay, well that's my last story. That is my last story. So we made it through it. That was a lot of stuff. I think I even had some that came through late yesterday on Sunday. So a little bit of weekend news wrapped in with the Monday news. Hope you don't mind. I have really enjoyed those stories. I hope you stayed around and watched it all. If not, skip around and listen to some bits and parts. Who knows? Thank you very much for joining me here tonight. I am Ted, the old Star Wars nerd. Please leave a comment below. Click the like button. Click the subscribe button. Click the bell for notifications, okay? Really helps out this channel. I appreciate it. And thanks very much. Yeah, thanks very much. Take care. We'll see you again soon.